Hi guys, I'm Karen and welcome back to my channel, The Dabawenya Wife in America! So today guys, I'm back finally and kumusta mong mga naa dyan sa Pilipinas, sa mga naa sa Amerika o sa itong mga kaiksuunan, sa laing part sa globe. Kumusta mo? I hope everybody is fine, especially sa ato ang mga loved ones nga naa sa Pilipinas and especially guys sa atong mga mamagpapa nga mga high risk guys sa kaning pandemya karon. I hope everybody is fine, labi na sila. But anyways guys, the reason why I am back because finally I will do the tutorial guys on how I answer on how I fill up the I-864 of my dad and my mom. So let me tell you again to those new here, I submitted my I-130 for my mom and dad last February last year, and I got approved in 2 months time, and then I let the months guys na mag-pass kay kabalo ko na pandemic, so there will be delays sa mga processing. So mao nang rason guys that I just started the I-864 of my parents, and I will be submitting them as soon as possible, and of course I will be doing one I-864 for my mom and one I-864 for my dad. And on the next video also I will do the tutorial of how to fill up the I-864A that will be done by my husband. So my husband will make I-864A for my mom and one I-864A for my dad. But today we will focus on how to fill up, if you petition both of your parents, how to fill up the I-864. So let's go guys to the laptop. So guys, we're here now at the laptop, and we will go first to uscis.gov for us to see the form that we will fill up, the I-864 or the affidavit of support. So let's go uscis.gov. So there are two ways for you guys to see the forms. First is you go here on this forms, you click and then scroll down. You see here all forms, click that all forms, and then so since we're looking for I-864, we have to scroll down, and here it is guys, the I-864 affidavit of support under section 213A of the INA. And or if you like, you can also go, let's go back guys, you can also search here, search our site. So just type I-864 and it will bring you here guys. You will find it here, affidavit of support under section 213A of the INA USCIS. So you can also click that one and then scroll down. You'll see the form here guys, form I-864 in PDF file, or you can just go the other way around guys, that you'll just go here forms and then all forms, and then just scroll down and you will see the I-864 form. I-864 here guys. So it's the same, it will just of course still lead you to the form and the instructions. Okay, let's click the form. So again, guys, I will be filling this up, one for my mom and one for my dad. So if you apply petition of I-130 for your mom, of course you will make one I-864 for her, and if you apply also to your dad at the same time for I-130, you will also make I-864 for your dad or for him. So here's the form, guys. So we will not write anything on this portion. And as you can see here that it says start here. So part 1, basis for filing affidavit of support. So I am the sponsor submitting this affidavit of support because, so I am the sponsor, guys. I'm the major sponsor, the petitioner of my parents. So I will put my name here. I really like to use all capital letters, guys, because for me, it's just so much easier to see my mistake if there's any. So let's continue. I, Karen Jairus Shelton, I am the sponsor submitting this affidavit of support because 1A, I am the petitioner. I filed or am filing for the immigration of my relative, which is my dad. 1B, I filed an alien worker. No, I'm not filing for alien worker. I have an owner. 1C, I have an ownership interest of at least 5%. No, I'm not. I'm not into this, guys. 1D, I am only the joint sponsor. But in my case, guys, I am the petitioner. I am the sponsor, main sponsor. So I'm not the joint sponsor. So I will not check that. 1E, I am the first and the second two joint sponsor. No, I'm not. 1F, the original petitioner is deceased. Of course, I'm alive. So guys, I will check 1A. I am the main sponsor and the petitioner. So if you're filing this form as a sponsor, you must include proof of your citizenship, U.S. citizenship, U.S. national status, or lawful permanent resident status. So if you're petitioning, if you're a permanent resident, then of course you have to scan your green card front and back. And since I'm a U.S. citizen now, I could upload either my driver's license, either my U.S. naturalization certificate, or either my passport. But I will upload my U.S. naturalization certificate, guys. So let's go to part 2, information about the principal immigrant. So when you say information about the principal immigrant, definitely it is the beneficiary, guys. So it is the person you are petitioning to, or it is the person that you want to be here in the States that you applied for the I-130. So in this form, it will be my father. So I will write his complete name. For 1A, it says last name. For 1B, it says first name. For 1C is middle name. So let's not get confused, guys, that the 1A is asking for the last name. It's not the first name, because usually like if you fill out some forms, there are some instances that they are gonna ask first the first name. So here make it
make sure that you input first the last name, then the first name, and then the middle name. Oh, let's go next, guys. For the mailing address, they're not bothered about putting name in here. So you just have to put directly the address, guys. And since it talks about the information about the principal immigrant, definitely my parents is in the Philippines, so I have to put the address in the Philippines where my dad lives. So I just want to make sure that here in part 2, I want to share it with you guys in part 2 instruction. Okay, part 1. So here, guys, part 2 information about the principal immigrant. Items number 2A and 2I, it says mailing address. Provide the mailing address of the principal immigrant. So, of course, like I said a while ago, I'll just input the address of my dad in the Philippines. So let's put it there, guys. So let's say this is the address, Gold Street. So if you're living in an apartment, a suite, or a floor, you can put it there, guys. But since my dad is not living in an apartment, so I'm not doing anything in there. And city or town, Davao City. State, there's no state, guys, in Davao. Zip code is, let's say, 8,000. Province, Davao del Sur. Postal code, I did not put anything there, guys. I just put zip code. Country, Philippines. That's it for the mailing address, guys. So of course, if the country where your parents lives or your spouse or kids have a state, so of course, definitely, if they are here in the state, you can just click that state, but they're not here, so I'm not doing that. Let's proceed. Other information, country of citizenship. So remember, we're still here on part 2 about the principal immigrant. So make sure you don't put any other citizenship here, guys. It is the citizenship of your parents. So it's not your citizenship, the petitioner, is the citizenship of the beneficiary or the intending immigrant. Philippines, date of birth, 01/05/1950. So guys, here it is very important that you will follow the formula on how the date of birth should be written or should be typed. It says here first you should do the month and then the day and then the year. For the number 5, guys, alien registration. My dad don't have alien registration. And USCIS online account. My dad don't have that online account as well. Daytime number 7, daytime telephone number. So here, guys, for the number, you don't need to put like plus or dash. You just write directly the number 920-514-3334. What others do is that if there is spaces that you did not, like this one, these boxes here, guys, if you did not input anything on there, you simply just put not applicable. Sorry, guys, I forgot to tell you about this. I just realized that you have to put this not applicable to all the boxes that you're not input something on it. So there are some boxes, guys, that you will not be able to write, even like here, like in the apartment, suite, and floor. I tried to, but all you have to do is once you printed this form, you just get a black ink pen and then just write by yourself N/A. I'm not gonna put all these boxes with NA because it takes so much time, very time consuming. So I just want to let you know that if there are boxes that you don't put anything in there, just put NA. Okay, so let's go to part 3, guys. Information about the immigrants you are sponsoring. So here in number 1, I am sponsoring the principal immigrant name in part 2. So this one. So that's my father. So I'll put yes. I am sponsoring the principal immigrant name in part 2. I am not clicking no because it says here as the second joint sponsor if you are sponsoring family members who are immigrating more than 6 months. So I'm not sponsoring anybody who will immigrate more than 6 months. Or here, no, applicable only if you are sponsoring family members in part 3. Here, these are the family members, guys, in part 3. So I'm not sponsoring anything else but just on this affidavit of support. I'm just promising to the US government that I will only have one intending immigrant on this form, because I will be doing a different form to my dad. I mean to my mom. So I am sponsoring a principal immigrant name in part 2. I will click that one. So number 2, I am sponsoring the following family members. So I'm not sponsoring here, guys, family member 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. I'm not sponsoring any family members, but I'm just sponsoring one. Just this beneficiary that I put here in part 2. It's my father. So I don't click this one. So number 3, I am sponsoring the following family members who are immigrating more than 6 months. Like I said, this, I'm not checking this as well. I will just click this yes, guys. So again, I am not writing. Remember, I am petitioning my mom and dad. So I will also do one of each of them affidavit of support I-864. But that doesn't mean, guys, that I'm gonna write the name of my mother here in the family member. The reason why, because I will be making her as separate I-864. So I don't need to put her name on this as family member number 1. So I'm not writing anything in here. So you will write all NA, guys. All this, all NA. Simply all these boxes, guys. I'm not writing anything there except the word NA, guys. So part 3, information about the immigrants you are sponsoring. Enter the total number of immigrants you are sponsoring on this affidavit form. And you have to total, guys, any immigrants. Do not count the principal immigrant if you're the only sponsoring family members. So since it's just my father on this form, I'll just put 1. So part 4, information about you, the sponsor. That's me. I'm the main sponsor. I'm the petitioner. I'm the sponsor. So here we go again, guys. Don't get confused. It's as again the last name, then first name, and then the middle name. Make sure, guys, it says middle name, not middle initial. It says middle name. So next is my address here. I'm not putting in care of name because it's just me who received those mail. There's nobody else. So again, Gold Street, let's say, and we're not living in apartment, we're living in suite floor, so I'll just put NA in here. City, let's say Renton, state, Washington, zip code 12345. Your zip code, of course, there's no province here in the States. So just put NA the rest, guys. Country, you can just put USA or you can just type everything. United States of America. So number 3, is your current address, mailing address, the same as your physical address? Yes, we only have one resident here in the States, so I'll say yes. If you click here, guys, yes, of course, you don't need to fill up this anymore because my mailing address and my physical address is the same, so it's automatic, guys. You don't need to anymore. If you answered no, if you have more residents, guys, here in the States, you have many houses, then you can just put no and then put here the other address that you have or the other place that you live. But me, we have only one house, guys, so it's the same. Okay, other information about me, the sponsor, number 5, country of domicile, again, either USA or United States of America. Date of birth, make sure you write the month first and the day and then the year. City or town of birth. Remember, guys, we are now here talking about the sponsor. It's not the beneficiary or the intending immigrant information. It's the information you, the petitioner, or the main sponsor. So my town of birth, city of birth, let's say Davao City, state or province, Davao del Sur, country of birth, Philippines, social security number, your social, of course, citizenship or residency. I'm a US citizen for 11A. I'll click that one. So if you're a US national, click the other one. If 11C, if you are a lawful permanent resident, click 11C. Sponsors A number. So here, guys, the sponsors A number. You will find this in your notices, the 797 notice that is sent by the USCIS to you. So just get one of those, guys, and just check, like, you're holding your notice, just check on the upper right, guys. You will see the anything that starts with letter A, that's your alien number. So here, guys, you'll also see your USCIS online account number once you sign in. For example, that's my USCIS account number. And the next, military service. Number 14, I am currently on active duty on the US Army or the military. No. If you are, of course, click yes. Number 5, sponsors household size. Do not count any member of your household more than once. Provide the number you entered in part 3. So what I entered in part 3, guys, as you can see, it's number 1 there because this form is only intended for my father. So just put 1 here. I think you cannot write 1, but I'll just write it using my black ink pen. Okay, number 2, I will also put 1 myself, person not sponsored in this affidavit. Okay, of course, myself, I'm gonna put it there, 1. If you are married, I put 1 as well for my husband. So I have 1, so we're 3 now. Number 4, if you have dependent children, of course, I have 2 kids. If you have any other dependents, enter the number here. So 0. I'll just put an A. If you have sponsored any other person, I-864 or Form I-864 Easy who are now lawful permanent resident, there's nobody because my father is not yet a permanent resident, guys. They're still in the Philippines. So not yet, that's 0. So optional, if you have siblings, parents, or adult children with the same principal residence who are combining the income with yours by submitting Form I-864A, enter the number here. But in my case, guys, it's my husband. So husband is not here. My husband is here, guys. It says if you're currently married. I already put 1 there, guys. So I'll put an A. So total, guys, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll write 5 here, guys. 5 household size. So let's continue, guys, here in part 6. Sponsors, employment, and income. I am not working, guys. It's been 6 years now that I'm working since I got here in the States. All NA there, guys. And then I am not retired either. So here in number 6, you can see the unemployed. Since, let's say, 12, oh, I can't, guys. They will not let me type. I'm unemployed since I got here in the States last April 2015. So I'll just put April 15, 2015. My current individual income, I'm working, I have no income, so I'll just put 0. So guys, here, income you're using from any other person who was counted in your household size, including in certain condition the intending immigrant. Please indicate name, relationship, and income. And here, guys, the person that who will be helping me out, who lives with me in this house in our residence in Washington, is only my husband. So his income is already sufficient. I don't need any other person to help me out or a friend. So my husband is the household member who will help me out with the finances. So I will put his name here. And on number 9, of course, he is my spouse. Let's say the current income, let's say 75,000. And also, for example, guys, it says here in number 7, if you have siblings, parents, or adult children with the same principal residence with you, combining your income to your income or helping you out, like in your income. For example, if I have a brother or a sister, that will add up to my to the income. Like for example, to my husband, if James only have, let's say, 15,000 annual, let's say 20 annual. So If ever I put here an optional 2, because my brother and my sister will help me out aside of my husband James, then of course I have to write the name of my sister here. Let's say sister Shelton, relationship sister. Let's say for example her income is 20,000 as well. Of course I would also write the name of my brother Shelton, relationship, he is my brother. Like for example, his income is as well as 20,000. You have to write those, guys. If that's the scenario, guys, you have to write the name of your brother and your sister and your husband if all of them will help you guys to pass the income requirements requested, or, and is not requested, recommended or required by the USASTU or the US government. But then my scenario, it was only my husband who is living here in this the same household with me, in this the same residence. It will only be my husband. So let's say I put his income here, 75,000. Part number 6, continuation, guys. Sponsors, employment, and income. My current annual household income. Total all lines from part 6, item 7, 10, 13, 16, 19. So you have the total, guys, all the income for you to put on that box. So 0, so you have the total, guys. So since it's just my husband, I'll just put 75,000 here. 75. Oh, it will not write. Let me write, guys. So I'll put here, guys, 75,000. But just like I said a while ago, the second scenario is that if you have your brother and sister will help you out. So of course, the current income of your brother, let's say, is 20. And then here the current income of your sister is 20. This is the second scenario, guys. And my husband is 25. Then you have to total all of this. So that's 25, 20, 20. That's 65,000. So you have to put 65 here, guys. So number 21. The people listed in items 8, 11, 14, and 17. It says the people listed on the 8, 11, 14, and 17. So since, guys, these are all household members here that you are going to write and input in here, because it says here's household. Any other person who has counted in your household size, please indicate name, relationship, and income here below. So that's number 8, my husband. Number 11, nobody. Number 14, nobody. Number 17, nobody. All the people that is related to me that living in this house that will help me out for me to meet the income requirements, everybody, all of them, guys, needs to fill up the I-864A. So in my case, it will only be my husband who will fill it up, the I-864A. But our second scenario, like our second example, if your brother or a sister will help you out for the income, guys, requirement, your brother will also fill up the I-864A. Your sister will also fill up the I-864A. Your husband will also fill up the I-864A. Of course, I'm not employed. I don't have an employer. So I'll just gonna type NA here. NA. NA, NA, NA. So that reflect on this number 21. The people listed on the number 8, 11, 14, and 17 have completed Form I-864A. Yes, they did. my husband did, or your brother or your sister did. So I have to click that one, guys. And I am filing along with this affidavit all necessary form I-864As completed by these people. So number 22, one or more people listed in the 8, 11, 14, 17 do not need to complete form I-864A. Well, like I said a while ago, we will not click that because these people right here are signing up for I-864A. So you have to click this. Federal income tax return information. 23A. Have you filed a federal income tax return for each of the 3 most recent years? Yes. Me and my husband, guys, we filed jointly our taxes. So note, you must attach a photocopy of your transcript, your federal income tax return for only the most recent year. Yes. Definitely, guys, I already scanned my W2, 1099, 1040. I already scanned those, guys. The most recent, the 2020 in transcripts, I already did. But guys, during the interview, I will have my mom and dad bring as well the 2019 and the 2018 transcript just to make it sure. But the transcript that I gonna upload on this application, guys, online is just a 2020. I will not include the 2018 and the 2019. But definitely they're gonna bring a copy of those on the interview. So here in 23B, guys, optional, I have attached photocopies of transcript of my federal income tax return for my second and third most recent tax year. So I'm not checking this, guys, because like I said a while ago, I will only attach and submit the most recent, the 2020, guys, transcript. My total income, adjusted gross income on IRS Form 10-4 Easy, as reported on my federal income tax return on the most recent tax years. So make sure, guys, that the data that you're gonna put in here on the amount, the total income, is the adjusted gross income. So here, guys, in 24A, you have to indicate the most recent tax year and then the adjusted gross income, let's say 50,000, and the second most recent is 2019, and let's say it's still the same like the 2020. Let's say just this is just pretend, guys. Third is 2018, and then the total is 55, let's say. So on the 25, I was not required to file a federal income tax return as my income was below the IRS. So I don't check that, guys, since like I said, me and my husband filed jointly. So I'm not checking that 25. So here on part 7, use of assets to supplement income, I am not doing any of this, guys. So I am so sorry for those who have concern on this matter, because seriously, guys, I have no idea about these stuffs. Like the bonds, certificates, the bonds, and whatever. So I'm not doing any of this, guys, because the gross income of my husband is already enough for me to pass the income requirement. So we don't need anything, guys, to put in here. But if you do, if you need to put any amount here, guys, then of course it's up to you. So at least it will help you add to the income or the amount that you need for you to pass the income requirement. But for me, I'll just type NA, guys. So if you have any questions about the assets on this form, I will not be able to help you guys. So just do your research and then check as well as the instructions here in I-864A, how to fill it up. Until here, NA. So now let's go proceed to part 8, sponsors contract statement, contact information declaration certification, and signature. So in here, guys, of course, you have to read all this, guys. It's a very long, long statements to read in part 8, but you really have to read this because it is written here, guys, everything that you might ask. What is the legal effect of signing Form I-864? What are the consequences if you sign this up? So that's it, guys. I already read this before, guys, so there's no question at all. But anyways, here, guys, select the box 1A. I can read and understand English. Okay, I did, so I will check that one. And understand every question and instruction on this affidavit and my answer to every question. Yes. I have no interpreter, 1B. I have no preparer for number 2. So I'll just type an A here. So sponsors contact information, sponsors data and telephone number. Like I said, you just type directly the number. I will just put the same number, guys. And the email address. Any email address, sponsors email address, sponsors contract statement. I authorize the social security, so make sure, guys, to read those. Sponsor signature. Definitely, after I printed this out, I'm gonna use my blank ink pen and sign this, guys. And then the day, like January 01, let's say 11, 2021. So that's it, guys. And then you sign here. Note to all sponsors, if you do not completely fill out this affidavit or fail to submit required documents listed in the instructions, USCIS or DOS may deny your affidavit. So make sure there's no mistake, guys, a single mistake, or there's no incomplete data that you input here on this form. Part 9 is, I have no interpreter, guys. I'm doing it by myself. NA in all these spaces, boxes. NA here, guys. NA, NA, NA. NA, NA, NA. And then NA, 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 NA. Interpreter signature, NA, NA. And preparer's full name. So NA, there's nobody who prepared this but just me. So NA, 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 guys, all of these boxes here. So I just don't need to type all those NA there because it's time consuming. NA. So here NA, guys, everything is NA. So part 11, if you have additional family member, guys, in part 3. So example, let's say if you have 6 family members coming over together with the intending immigrant that you listed in part 2, you can write the number 6 here, guys. If you have more, guys, then you can still write, you have more space, extra spaces here. So that's it, guys. That's how I fill up the I-864 or the affidavit of support of my dad. And for those who don't subscribe yet to my channel, please do subscribe and check the bell button over there so that you will always be notified every time I upload the video. So guys, God bless everyone. Thank you for watching my video, guys.